All right, let's take a look at our next transformation, which is the rotation or turn. It's going to be important with rotations that you know if you are doing a clockwise or counterclockwise turn, as that will make you face differently, as we talked about in class. So 90-degree clockwise, what we're going to actually do is physically rotate whatever we have. So I would actually rotate my whole computer if I was looking at this, but I'm just going to do my screen. So I'm going to rotate 90 degrees clockwise, and then I'm going to read my points like I normally would. Okay, so I'm going to ignore the numbers on my number line since those are not correct right now. So I'm going to list out my points. So I have D prime, E prime, F prime, G prime. And we're going to list our new coordinates. So D prime is at, I'm going to use blue for positive. So I have positive 3, negative 1. So that will be 3 and then negative 1. Then we'll have positive 3, negative 5 for E. So that would be positive 3, negative 5. All right, I'm going to do G next. So G is, I didn't mean to do that. G is negative 1, negative 1. Those are both negatives. So negative 1, negative 1. And then finally, F is negative 1, negative 7. Then I'll rotate my picture back. And I will plot those points. So we had 3, negative 1. So 3, negative 1. That was D prime. We had 3, negative 5. That was E prime. We had negative 1, negative 7. That was F prime. And then we had negative 1, negative 1, which was G prime, and then we'll connect these again to make our new shape. So that would be a 90-degree clockwise rotation. All right, so let's go through another rotation. So this time we're doing 90 degrees counterclockwise. So I'm going to rotate, and then I'm going to read where my point's off, and then I will go back and plot them again. So once again, I'm ignoring the points on my graph, and I'm just thinking about if I actually graph them where they would be. So G would be 1, positive 1, positive 1. So my new G prime is 1, 1. F prime would be 1, 7. So F prime is 1, 7. D prime is negative 3 because I went left of the origin. So negative 3, positive 5. So D prime is negative 3, positive 5. And E prime is negative 3, positive 5. So E prime is negative 3, positive 5. Sorry, and I wrote the same thing for D prime. That should be negative 3, positive 1. Then I will rotate my shape back, and I will plot those points. So I have 1, 1. That is G prime. I have negative 3, 1. That's D prime. I have negative 3, positive 5. That is E prime. And F prime is 1 and then 7. And we'll connect these and make our new quadrilateral or four-sided shape. So that would be if I rotated counterclockwise. Okay, 180 degrees counterclockwise. So I'm going to go counterclockwise 90. So I'm going to go 90, 180. And then once again, I'm reading my new points, ignoring the numbers on my graph since I rotated it. So these are all to the left. So I have -1, +1. So this point right here is -1, +1. F, the new F would be -7, because I went to the left, and then I went up 1, so it's positive. I have -1, -3 to get D prime, and then E prime would be -5, -3. Alright, then I will rotate my paper back, or my computer back. So I'm going to rotate this back around, and I'm going to plot those new points I found. So this is why, see how they're like all upside down? You might want to record them on a separate sheet. So we have our new G prime, we have -1, 1. That would be G prime. -1, -3 is D prime. -7, +1. So -7, +1 is F prime. And then E, -5, -3. And we'll connect those, so that would be 180 rotation on our shape, counterclockwise. Okay, this time I want to go 180 degrees clockwise, so I'm going 90, 180, and then we'll record our new coordinates again. So we are to the left, so I'm going -1, +1 for G prime. So G prime is -1, +1. D prime is -1, -3. So those are both negative. So D prime is -1, -3. F is -7. And then I have to go up 1, so that would be +1. And E is -5, -3. So E prime is -5, -3. Now we'll rotate this back. And we'll graph those new points, and you'll see that these are actually the same exact ones from our 180 degree counterclockwise rotation. So when I rotate 180 degrees, it doesn't matter if I go counterclockwise or clockwise, I end up in the same spot. Okay, 270 clockwise, so I'm going to go 90, 180, 270. And now I'll record my new points. So let's start with G. So G, I'm going +1, +1. So G prime is 1, 1. F prime is 1, 7. Both positive. because I went right and up. D is -3, so D prime is -3, +1. And then E is -3, and then +5. So E prime is -3, +5. So remember, left and down, negative, up and right, positive. Then we'll rotate this back so that we can plot our points. So we have 1, 1 is G prime. We have 1, 7 as F prime. We have -3, 1 as D prime, and we have -3, +5 as E prime. And there's our 270-degree clockwise rotation. All right, I want you guys to try a 270 counterclockwise rotation. I want you to pause the video, rotate this, and record your new points, which we will talk about during class tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching.